Hey everyone, welcome back to Storm Akima Reactions. I'm Jessica, and we are continuing our playthrough of Veilguard, Dragon Age the Veilguard. Yes, let's continue. We are currently back in the lighthouse after quite an adventure where we met the Veil Jumpers, we found a blighted village. It was really gross. And we found Solas's dagger, which if my rook stands here long enough, she will flip about flippantly. Where is she keeping that thing? It looks like it's like in her pants. What's happening? Does it collapse? Interesting. And we also, when we got the dagger back, found out that Lace Harding has some fun new stone-related powers. So in the Descent DLC, we met a couple of dwarves. They were normal dwarves as far as we knew. And then we went so far down into the deep roads that we actually found like trees and light and these weird dwarves that were all like hive-mindy, and they kind of sort of had weird powers, mostly guns. That was the big thing. They had guns. And we found that was the heart of the Titan, and the Titan itself was like the mountain that we were in. So, you know, that's pretty interesting. And one of the dwarves we were with ended up communing with the Titan. I forget her name. It's like Valana or something. Communing with the Titan and kind of touching on this hive mind situation. She got magic powers for sure. And it seems like maybe Lace has somehow done the same thing. And Varric in his voiceover has very kindly let us know that it's weird and I'm sure nothing bad will happen. We will see. I know that this is the Illuvian room down here, but I do just want to do a quick look about. Make sure that there's nothing. Oh, hey. Speaking of, hi.
Oh, Rook! Hello! I've never seen an Illuvian like this before. Not intact, anyways. Fascinating.
I can talk to you again? You've got the little thing up, but it won't. There.
Wait, if the magic is feeding back into itself... This thing's self-stabilizing! Sorry, didn't mean to yell. Soon as Illyrium cures, I should be able to fix this. Not entirely sure what will happen when I do, but I can see the flaw in the resonance, so whatever it's supposed to do, it's not currently doing. It'll be done when it's done. Didn't Nev want to talk to you?
Just keep bothering her.
Can't rush this kind of thing, Rook. Sorry, Rook. I'm just in the middle of some calibrations.
That is a BioWare inside joke, because that's what Garrus would say every time you talk to him.
It'll be done when it's done.
Okay. Bothered her enough to get the super secret Garrus quote, apparently. So I'll call that a win. Nev is here? Or is she outside?
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think.
I was... What room? Oh, yeah. It was covered by the, plants. Okay, so this is a place
Never
where we can
Harding
reach
must
out
have put my pack here.
to Solas.
Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Varric's shaving mirror.
Varric and his
Why do we
life
have
lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Interesting. Gender identity options. Tattoo options. I look good. I'm trying to live up to that.
A damn good-looking hero, if I do say so.
That's weird. It's kind of weird, I'll be honest.
I helped a lot of Minratha's slaves escape to freedom the night I met Varric. Then the Magisters cracked down in retaliation, and the Shadow Dragons decided I was too much trouble to keep around.
I was impulsive. I made the right call. Suppose it was fair. No, she's not self-reflecting on that. She thinks she made the right call.
We could have taken a stand and dared the Magisters to come after us. At least people are free because of what I did.
It's weird that she kept that, though. I'll be honest, this is a little strange.
A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back to even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history, even more than the rest of us.
The gods made that hard. He's right. We also face prejudice. We love traveling. So do I. The gods make that hard, I think.
That history looked better before Elgar'nan and Gillenane came back and started blighting everything.
Codex. On life in the lighthouse. This ancient logbook is filled with meticulous Veilfire runes. Though it is encoded, flicking through it often offers vignettes of borrowed memory. Fearful refugees are ushered to the lighthouse through the alluvions, emerging from the infirmary and libraries as soldiers, spies, and scholars. Gardeners plant long-extinct herbs that are harvested and wither in the blink of an eye. The sharp smell of distilling medicine wafts from a window, and poison for the enemy drips into a vial. The arguments of a war council go on late into the evening. Forbidden songs are sung freely, with filthy lyrics substituted for Evanor's names. Finally, a heated conversation silhouetted against glass with quick shadows darting behind it. The argument ends with a wordless but unmistakable impression. You summoned them. You freed them. Interesting. I need to know who's talking in that. Like, who's saying you summoned them, you freed them. I assume it's someone talking to Solus. Maybe Philoson? I'm going to keep saying it two different ways.
The tools every professional scoundrel needs when learning the trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing poisons as I did training with blades or a bow.
Those were the days.
That precision. Every reagent measured perfectly. The feel of the lock opening. It all just felt right.
It's weird that they're keeping this
That's better.
locksmith...
Now how do I connect
stuff.
to Solus? Just sleep or... relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
It's weird that they're keeping the lockpicking stuff in here because it doesn't seem like we can lockpick in this game. So, I do need to do that, but I want to run this way first and look at everything else. Just in case there are things, like we had that conversation with Nev and Harding previously in the lighthouse that was like timed. Mirror of Transformation, we're all good there. Those aren't open yet, so... Oh, I can go back into the music room real quick and just see if anything new has popped in there. I got it, but... Okay. meditate and talk to Solace. Oh! We have a workshop now. Upgrading your equipment at the caretaker's workshop will increase an item statistics. Finding another version of an existing item or purchasing it from a merchant will increase an item statistics while also unlocking new properties. Pursue both paths to bring your equipment to its full potential. Collecting mementos out in the world will let you upgrade the caretaker's workshop. Upgrading it will increase the number of enchantments on offer and increase the power levels of all weapons you can find or purchase while adventuring. Sweet. Okay. Let's start with our swords here. So we can level it up. We have the materials. It will increase the physical damage and the stagger. Same here. And we got plenty of material still, so we might be able to do all of our guys here. Better defense, better ability damage. That's why we have this on, is that ability damage. So oh, is this asking for heartwood? It is. And we need heartwood to get better with the veil jumpers. So you have to decide if 7 heartwood is worth the extra damage on the bow. I might skip that for now, just to prevent. That also requires heartwood. There are only 2. Yeah, I'll skip that as well. That one does not require heartwood. Also increases ability damage, so let's hit that. We can upgrade Valara's stuff. Oh man, so much stuff. The heartwood. Maybe I should run back to, not right now, but run back to the Veil Jumper camp and see if we have enough to upgrade them before I go spending heartwood and stuff. Oh. Altar to Fenharel. Henel Galan. A legendary hollow leaving streaks of gold in its wake. Interesting. So there is a theory that Hala are actually elves that have been transformed. They're like smarter than most animals. And we see, especially in the Veil Jumpers, the one helmet even that we have has those like horns that look like hollow horns coming out. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it Fenharel for now. But it's good to know we can do that.
Couldn't be 1 god, it had to be 3.
Okay, you have not done anything here yet, and I can't talk to you, so. Nothing to go around here yet. Where was Harding? She was over here. Oh, see? Haha, there is a timed conversation available.
Toldar is a tunal. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger. The prayer, the proclamation. Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You lost me.
Harding? Are you in there?
I'm sorry, what?
What does Isatunal actually mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means, I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Right, if you say so.
Okay. Whatever works for you.
Words aren't enough. It's hard to put into words something you just feel. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were.
This is that hive mind.
But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Harding proves. No plant growth yet. Let's go talk to my ex. You know, I might turn off some of the HUD stuff that we're seeing here, by the way, real quick. Would it be in visuals? No. Interface? HUD. Objective tracker. We'll just turn it off. Minimap will keep on. That's all fine. That's all fine. Combat text opacity, combat text size. So far that's been fine, I think. I might change that later as I get better at the combat, but show player health, ability wheel, tutorials and hints. Let's put hints off. Did it have quest marker? I didn't see quest marker listed. Oh yeah, objective. I did turn that off. Okay, never mind. It's like the first thing I did. Yeah. Okay. I think that's nicer. That's cleaner. Let's meditate.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Soul's remembered. Seriously? Rubbing it in?
So you're gonna be insufferable about it. See, this is the reason nobody likes you.
I led a rebellion for centuries that culminated in the creation of the Veil and the destruction of the Elven Empire.
Okay, this is among the reasons nobody likes you.
My information was accurate. Now you realize that the danger is real.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to.
A lot of smirking.
If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gelanein.
Nothing, but I'm here. I'm not in charge. I punch up. You should know. Nothing, but I'm here.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
I met Varric when he asked the Shadow Dragons for help with freeing an old friend from Venatori's slavers. The Shadow Dragons had a safe plan that wasn't going to work.
So you and Varric led an armed rebellion and dealt a devastating blow to the Venatori.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Oh, for the better part of a
And you
year.
know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Those are emotional reactions. Do you have questions? We have tons of questions. Good. Why?
I don't understand. Elgernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
So it didn't escape?
The blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elgernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
Fun. It's bigger than what we have?
The rest of the blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
Can't we stop them?
But we can stop them from freeing the blight, right?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I'm not going to bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elgernon and Gillenane care little for the elves.
Man, I love solos.
They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong.
The mayor.
If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elgernon and Gillenane.
Sounds entertaining.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
Yeah.
I'm on it. What else?
The
how you
Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet. But we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
At least he said something. I don't know if it makes up for anything, but... Acquired new appearances for your equipment. Appearances can be modified in the wardrobe. Did I really acquire new ones? I don't know if I did. Okay, it's just the full transmog system is available to us now. So, like, we can make any sword look like any sword, any armor look like any armor. Gotcha. Okay. 117 outfits? Oh. Enter decoration mode. Decoration mode entered. Change decor. Empty. Rogue's practice kit. Okay, so right now the Rogue's practice kit is over here. I just don't have more decor. So I can buy more decor and then... Alright, so let's exit decoration mode. So the few items that I have right now are about, but we can see if there's any more out there. Are we gonna get to fly up there? That'd be fun. Where are we going? I was just here. No, I went the wrong way. Oh, talk to Varric.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demetis Crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't replace you.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for?
Here.
A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You risked your neck to bring down an entire slavery ring. Pretty much by yourself.
I had help.
Sure. I got winded about 5 minutes in. You did most of the work. Ticked off a bunch of Minrathous big shots, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects.
I don't know, you
On the
seem some
best
wild
day of his
shit,
life,
Varric.
Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
About Demetis Crossing.
There is something. Demetis Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You left him to fend for himself.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Interesting that you get to talk about these previous decisions.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Nev got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
What about Solus and the Ritual?
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
He's an asshole. I want her to be kind of antagonistic with him. A little bit too much the same, I think, in some ways.
Your old friend is kind of an asshole, Varric.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall while the two of you get into it. Solus fought a rebellion against Elgar'nan and Gillenane. He didn't want to be a god. But he's also a lot older and more powerful than any of us. He looks at us like we're toddlers.
I hope
So
not.
how do I deal with him?
Well, act like you're as smart as he is, and he'll be insufferable. Show him you respect his age and experience, and he'll remind you he's just a man. Honestly, pick whichever of those pisses you off less.
He
And it's
also
pretty
asked me
accurate.
to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
Very poetic. Varric. I don't think that's
I'll
what
let
we
you
can
get
write,
some
but-
rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
All right.
You can stop fussing over me. Go see what the others are up to.
That was interesting. I don't know. I feel like, at least right now, we're still pretty early in the game. I mean, we only have 3 companions out of the possible 7, right? 7? Yeah, 7. So, like, we're still early. We don't even have everybody yet. So, like, we're not very far in the game. But it still feels like we're, like, there's a lot of, tutorial is not quite right, because it's not really a tutorial. But, like, to have Varric kind of go through, like, you made a decision. Let's talk about the ramifications of the decision, and, you know...
Hey,
blah,
Nev.
blah, blah.
Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads.
You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Blara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
I'm intrigued. Oh, shit. I
Oh,
missed
I'm
their
sold.
questions.
Now we charm the crows.
Damn it.
Fingers crossed. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Let's give it a try.
Time to make new friends.
We'll see if it works.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic. And who fights the worst of it?
The Shadow Dragons. Good idea. Resist the gods with our own resistance group.
If the gods enter the empire, our contacts back home might get something.
Okay, let's make sure we ask questions this time.
Years with the Shadow Dragons, and this is the first time we've worked together.
Directly. I gather information for the Shadows. You might have used one of my leads. And I've heard of you.
I bet everyone heard about the Nessus job.
You were right to avoid Minrathous after. More than one Magister wanted your head. It was good work, though. And we've got more ahead.
It's our job to help people.
Root out evil magic, help the helpless. That's what we signed up for.
And what a deal we made.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
So, one, talking to shadow dragons has me excited because that means some of our favorite Tevinter people might be there. Maybe Dorian. I'm so excited. Please let Dorian be in this. Oh my god. I love Dorian. Two, it was a little weird that we got here and Nev was like, I happen to know exactly what you're looking for, even though the only person who knows this is Barrick, who we just literally spoke to. So it would have been nice if we opened that conversation, I think. And three, the continuation of what I was saying before. Like I said, it's not like a tutorial, but it almost feels like a little bit like Baby's First RPG. You know, not everyone's going to agree with your decisions, and sometimes you just have to make decisions and hope that they go well. And see, this is what I was trying to turn off, was this little, like, diamond, but I don't know. Let me check one more time, see if I missed that. Text language, menu navigation. Minimap. Lock minimap. Minimap. Combat text. Combat text. Combat text. Ability wheel. Ability wheel. Tutorials on... Would it be in gameplay? Choose a person's best feature style. Objectives are always shown with traversal markings shown at standard distances. Okay. No assists. Let's get that off. Okay. Oh, no, wait. This is for, like, items? We'll turn it down a little bit and see what we think. Objective marker, though, is... That's what we wanted. Or we can keep it on, but, like... With that... Nope, that's still there. Hold on. No, keep this. Turn that off. Now let's try it. Now it's up. Okay. Good.
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I, help?
No, I got it. Mostly, mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
Nice, nice.
There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Is it safe?
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous? As the Fade often is.
More dangerous than elven gods who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
The crossroads.
Right.
Okay.
We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Neat trick.
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Interesting. Did you fix that crystal?
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
The two aren't exclusive.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this alluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Let's see what the codex says. Magic dampener notes. Initial notes on the dampener's operation. Dampener creates a counter-resonance to the Fade. That's why it's safe to live here. No one's been torn apart yet that I know of. But the counter-resonance from the dampener is turned to a specific part of the Fade. The more you move away from the spot, the less effective it would be. There's a theory that every mage has a unique resonance. The way they touch magic is just a little bit different, theoretically. Could you tune the dampener to a person's resonance instead? Make it so they couldn't use magic? Would be hard to figure out someone's specific resonance. Would need examples of their magic. Need third volume of Harris's collected essays. We'll ask the professor if he has it. What professor? Who's this Professor Ballard knows? That's really interesting. I kind of had this theory that the things that you get in Inquisition that you turn on for Solus actually are strengthening the veil, even though what it's the opposite of what he wants, and that they might be these dampeners that they're talking about here, that essentially they create a sort of mini veil almost. It sounds like that kind of is what's happening. It does actually make sense then why we're safe where we are, when normally being in the Fade is a huge deal, and we're just here chilling. So it's nice that they gave that an actual explanation. Though this thing she's talking about with regards to dampening a particular person's magic is also very fascinating. And we've got one all the way over here too for miscellaneous. Oh, we got a few. Okay. We've got a letter from Solus to Elgernon. To Elgernon, Sun Tamer, general of the Enlightened Army, first among the Evanurus ruler of Arlathan, who woke at the dawn of the elves. From Solus, Spirit Seeker, second to Mythal, Fenharel the Dreadwolf, who is no younger. I ask you again to reconsider. To claim there is no difference between ruling as king and ruling as god begs the question of why you feel it necessary to claim such a title for yourself. Most of the people accept your rule. You have shackled their bodies. Must you shackle their minds in turn? There is much we disagree upon, and you must see that hobbling our people with such claims will limit their spirits and tarnish the gleam of your leadership. Your power is unmatched, may your wisdom match it. Or your power is unquestioned, may your wisdom match it. Interesting. So this is early Fenharel, second to Mythal, Spirit Seeker. This is interesting. This is some good lore stuff here. Elgernon's reply. Oh no, now I have two cats up here. Elgernon's reply to Solus, Spirit Seeker, second to Mythal, Dreadwolf. Our Lord Elgernon has received your words and will give them consideration they deserve. Rest well knowing that our Lord Elgernon is devoted to his people and their well-being, and wishes for them to have lives of peace and abundance. Regards, Desmil, bloodbound to Elgernon, keeper of his rights, on behalf of Elgernon, Sun Tamer, Crown of Arlathan, first of the firstborn, Lord of the day and the night, who woke at the dawn at Elven. All right, so they're big on the titles here. Letter to Charter. Not an ancient elf, as far as I know. Charter. Yes, the trail went cold, but we haven't entirely lost it. Solus left us a little farewell note, so I'm not giving up just yet. Maybe it's gullible of me, but I know the Inquisitor feels the same. Solus isn't too far gone to bring back. If he weren't, he would have just killed us when we had the chance. He didn't have to save her life when he took back the anchor. He didn't have to warn me and Harding to give up. I don't think he wants to do this, so I'm taking the chance. Yes, I know, don't put anything in writing. I don't want it coming back to haunt me. Barrick. It's fun that they're keeping Charter, though. Charter's still involved and stuff. which Charter, if you don't know, is an elf from the Inquisition. She works for Liliana. You can meet her a couple of times in Inquisition. She hangs around Skyhold and around Haven, so you can hear her conversations, but you can't talk to her directly. And then you can talk to her directly, specifically in Crestwood, when you take over the bandit hideaway there. She's like, oh, hey, one of our people went missing. Can you help out? So, and she's also in some of the supplementary. She's in a really good short story in To Venture Nights. Okay, now we've got multiple quests. It's the first time we've had multiple quests. Alrighty. Anything new with the story so far? No. Into the Crossroads. The team explores the Crossroads, a mysterious network of mirrors that allows instantaneous travel in order to recruit more people to their cause. Find a way to Treviso or Docktown. Investigate the Crossroads. Nev knows of 2 potential allies against the gods. A crow assassin who specializes in killing mages. And yes, we do know who that is. I didn't mention it earlier. It's Lucanus. He is somewhere on this box, on this side. He is also from multiple short stories as well. He's really fun because he came across this magister who was just the absolute worst. And instead of just killing him, which he could have done multiple times, he's like, no, I'm going to make this personal. I'm going to show him exactly what he did wrong and make him understand. So it was really good. I was a big fan of that one. Crow Assassin who specializes in killing mages, and a resistance group called the Shadow Dragons. To make contact with either one, the team must brave the Fade and search for Livians that will take them back to the real world. Okay. Sea of Blood. The team needs an assassin. The famed demon of Virantium is their best bet, and if he's free to take the contract. Talk to the crows to find the mage killer. Find a way to Treviso. The team needs an expert in fighting mages. Nev has arranged a meeting with the Antivan crows to see if they have one for hire. And the smuggled relic case. Nev learns of a dangerous deal in her home neighborhood while going to meet the mysterious shadow dragons. So yeah, this is something we haven't done yet. Again, they're like spoiling their own game in here. I don't know why. Shadow dragons are a resistance group in Deventer. An investigator, Nev Gallus, is one of them. She thinks they can help against the gods and wants to meet them in Monrathis. See, that would have been fine. But learning of a dangerous deal in her home neighborhood while going to meet the mysterious shadow dragons, we didn't learn that. We just didn't. So it's really weird that they're just like, yeah, here's the thing you learned. We've got some Harding stuff. Contact with Solas's Lyrium dagger has granted Harding mysterious magic that allows her to manipulate certain types of rock. Although Harding is concerned about the origins of this new power, it makes her feel connected to the stone, an enigmatic concept frequently invoked by the Dwarven people that is simultaneously deity, ancestor, and homeland. Which I did mention, this is the Titan. When they talk about the stone, they're more than likely talking about the Titan that they lived in. I didn't really talk about how Harding is a surface dwarf, so it's considered, both culturally, it's considered that if you go to the surface, you're no longer one of the dwarves. You know, you kind of give up any kind of cultural power that you might have, which one of the codexes that we read earlier discussed that. But it's also implied, at least, I think, that you lose your stone sense, or like surface dwarfs don't have a stone sense. There's a conversation with Varric and Solas in the last game that kind of talks about that he doesn't have a stone sense. As far as he knows, he's not missing anything. Solas is like, well, don't you wish you had like whatever? And he's like, my life's fine. My life's good. I don't know what you're talking about. So there's this implication that surface dwarfs don't have a stone sense. So when Harding is like, oh, I've never had it. And I'm like, well, yeah, aren't you surface? So, and then some Balara stuff. After opening the way to the Crossroads, Veil Jumper Balara Luthair works tirelessly to master the secrets of the ancient archive spirit known as the Nadas Dotharlan. What she finds could change Arlathan Forest forever. Could it? Alright, let's travel to the Crossroads, which the Crossroads in Inquisition was really interesting because it looked different to elves than it did to everyone else. And there's a lot of like fun lore implications of that elves like literally see it differently. It wasn't like in the game, it wasn't really dramatic. Like I think there's like some flowers on the trees versus not flowers on the trees. But it would be really cool if they did that here, but I've heard that they don't, which is a shame. Not that I'd be able to really tell because I'm playing an elf. I'd have to go back and play like a human or something to see. And I think we're okay with the current party. I think from story perspective, I want Valar to stay behind to work on the Alluvion and be able to like take us back. And also we want Nev in the party because she's going to be our contact for the crows and for Shadow Dragon contacts. So.
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, Dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The Crossroads.
Sure, I knew that.
Oh, the Crossroads. Right, of course.
The Evenurus hunger for the Crossroads. Their influence is spreading.
They do.
Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The Crossroads is in a time of need, Dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Interesting. So, okay. So we know that this caretaker is friends with us because we carry the Wolf's Thorn, I think he referred to it as. This does look very much like the Crossroads looked in Trespasser, but I'll be honest, prettier. Beacon Island. Unlock some fast travel, so that's good. Oh no, it's more of those tree people. Also intrigued by the fact that the Evenur's hunger for the Crossroads?
Light roots and magical seals? What's through there?
Interesting. Do we talk to these? Do we go hoot hoot? Hoot hoot? No? I always find the Crossroads fascinating because of, what are you pointing at? Oh, you had a bow. I imagine that they exist a lot for, you know, actual, like, there's this, like, you know, mythological sense of this world, but from a very practical standpoint, this is what you'd use to transport goods, to go visit family, to, you know, there's a very practical aspect to the Crossroads, which I just think is interesting. You know, you can gather, so you can change your party there. That's interesting too. That's good. Oh no, more blight or roots. Oh no, cacti. Don't mind me just checking out these symbols. I want to say that this is Dreadwolf. Over here, but then who's this guy? And the reason I want to say Dreadwolf is because of the 6 eyes. And then this is a triangle. So are these like paths saying this way for this and this way for this? I probably am assuming. Oh, that's creepy. Oh. Oh, this is Navarin, Mortalitasi, Mordwatch stuff. That symbol on that column right there is the Mordwatch symbol. So my guess is this way would lead to Navara. I do know it's telling us to go that way, but quick codex here. Notes from the Crossroad Islands. Handwritten notes annotate a page torn from a grimoire. His ritual may not have broken the world, but it has shifted another. Once the Crossroads blossomed for the people. Oh, it's just talking about that. Now islands rise in the great divides, and if this place blooms, it blooms unseen. One should appreciate it still, for truth has its own beauty. The changed Crossroads is a sign of life both here and elsewhere. Its islands reflect the world beyond, not just as we see it, but as the Crossroads is shown in it. An alluvian has 2 faces after all. I wonder what certain acquaintances of mine will make of this, of the people's refuge taking on new form. Great plans will change, no doubt, but they should welcome it. Change, after all, sets us free. Who is writing that? Interesting. Once the Crossroads blossoms for the people. It has to be an elf, or else they wouldn't know that the Crossroads aren't blossoming. Interesting. It's interesting that they wrote that out for us, so that after I just said, oh, you know, the Crossroads should be, like, prettier for elves or whatever, they're like, not this time, and we have an in-world reason we've determined for this. But also, who is writing that? I need to know. So yeah, this looks like a Dreadwolf symbol, and I mean, there's a
Can't travel
here.
this way.
The gods are trying to slow us down, which means we can do some real good here.
This looks like it would lead to Arlathan. Mirrors upon mirrors, this place is amazing. June's normal alluvians function with twinned lyrium fragments. One always leads to another. Solus somehow talked the Crossroads into making fade alluvians that override them, his own network to run a rebellion, provided you ignore all the old stories about holding mirrors up to mirrors and getting caught in the infinite reflections. Philosophen. It's interesting that they also are including so much Belisan, Philosophen, in here as well. Poor guy. I wonder if he'll show up. We'll find out what happened to him. Floating islands. So yeah, this looks like it would almost lead to Arlathan. And it's got this Dreadwolf maybe-ish symbol over here. And then our last symbol, almost like maybe like a fox. It's like longer, I think, than the Dreadwolf one, or maybe just because of the eyes it feels like that. And it's got cacti, which makes me think that, oh, yep, this is where, this is the Anderfells, this is the Grey Wardens. There's a griffin. My first thought was Western Approach, but I don't believe we're going to Western Approach here. Yeah, that giant Grey Warden statue. Can we jump down there? I mean, it looks like we can. I don't know if we could get back up, though, if we did. Should we try it? Ah! Oh, okay. Well. Again, I do think there should be some kind of, like, penalty, you know? Maybe not here in the Crossroads, but out in the world at least. Like, if you jump off the edge of the world, you should lose some health for that, possibly. It's interesting that we're going this way, though, which is very obviously Necropolis, Navarra,
Here,
Mornwatch
this
coded.
dock seems sturdy.
Yeah, look at all these Mornwatch symbols everywhere. Man, if I... Oh, man. I feel like I've got to take some, like, screenshots of this and see if I can decode a language, because it looks fascinating. There's two of the same symbols there on the end of that one. Oh man, I am gonna have a blast with this. I'm definitely doing that in my off time. Do I enjoy like cryptographs and stuff? Yes. Yes, I do. Let me get a good look at this too. Interesting. So they use these like hexes and then have the lines within them. This is, I think, the same one as over there, but it's more full and easier to see. It reminds me a little bit of Tunic's language. If you played Tunic, it had a hex kind of thing that you would have to draw your symbol in. Though this one has like almost like a path within the hex, which it seems much more complicated than Tunic's language in that sense. This is fascinating. I may just stare at this for a while later. Oh, hey, there's a boat.
So you can ferry us to the other islands?
Winds await, dweller.
I'll take that as a yes.
Places between. The spirits here were driven out, refugees now from the gods' minions.
Interesting.
I have summoned the guardians of the Crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
Which means us, too.
So if they summoned the guardians, we probably wouldn't want to kill the guardians? I'm assuming? Also, I mean, these are very clearly elves. Like, I know we call them spirits, and I do also believe that they're spirits, but like, they're very clearly elven spirits. Which, and specifically like ancient elven, it looks like, based on the clothing. So, where were they? Where were they kicked out from? Do they like, are they in frickin', gosh, what is the thing, that long sleep they go into? And this is like their spirits wandering the Fade? Or are they dead? Man, there's like a lot of lore questions I have. And I just have to hope that they're all going to be answered.
Continue the assault.
Venatori? Where?
The Fade Tear! That's where they're breaking through!
Gods and their fade tearing. Let's cut them off!
Dude, Venatori. Delirium shields? you back there.
Behind you!
Double nice. This is also the first Dragon Age game that doesn't have the blood splatter. We just did fight humans. And I am not splattered with random gore. Which is... Oh, look. There's like fast travel point blocked.
These routes may be unbound, Dweller. Seek out what holds it closed.
I mean, I would like to, yes. At least I'll play fast travel unlocked, okay.
The Guardians can't hold them off for long. Oh, is there something inside it?
There's a lot of area here. Okay. I mean, I need to check out all of this, but I was trying to get down there at that fight. For Harding. Crafted for Harding by friends and the Wardens, these leathers subtly honor the Order without implying I drank Darkspawn blood. That's good. Better bonus ability damage. That's good. Detonations are 50% wider. As opposed to specifically being good against armor. Yeah, I think we're gonna equip that. Let's take a quick look at Harding. Yeah, we can switch to that for a bit. It's kind of fun. Alright, how do I get down there? The Vanished City. And I'm dreaming, but this time I know I am. Even if I didn't, this place would tell me. I'd never dream of a place like this. The cities are full of people. An empty city is the bones of a good meal. A reminder that makes a hungry woman sad. Susan Kraviziel. Jean in Circle, 820 blessed. Oh wow, that's old.
What's this? It looks like an entryway.
The lab's below.
What's going on here?
Is that spirit a prisoner?
You're awake. How's your head? The guards really knocked you about.
Well, it's...
Do you remember our mission? Gillenane's lab. The wolf sent us to infiltrate her testing grounds. Things didn't go perfectly to plan, but the wolf smuggled in help. A key. If you can fight, grab the key and we'll run for it. Just be ready for whatever the witch has in store.
It's like all she sees is another ancient elf. One of Solas's agents? This is a memory. We're seeing Solas's past.
Ah, freedom. We'll move faster if we split up. See you ahead.
So the spirit is reliving their memories.
Blight, be careful.
Ugh. Somehow it's even more revolting here.
These are more than just memories. Fight!
Get out of there. Real quick. Let's get that and that and that. Fun. So we obviously have to make sure we kill those, like, blobs. I think they're spawning the Stark Spawn.
So Gillenane was experimenting with Blight and Darkspawn. The Blight infested her lab. If it's a memory, let's go with it. We need to find our way out before Gillenane finds us.
Oh, there's people that they tested on. Awful. Let's give a soothing potion. Shall we? Oh, I just noticed that their portraits are like loading, show you their recharge, so that's good. Oh, let's go talk to these guys real quick and then...
Wolf, you came for us. Your key was enough.
This unnatural corruption demanded my personal attention.
He's got hair.
It is strong. It has already blocked the escape route I had planned. We will need another way to the surface.
Let's all split up and find it.
I will destroy what corruption I can. You must cut through these monstrosities before Gillenane unleashes something worse.
Solas sounded rattled.
The Blight really had him scared.
I want to know what's down here. I mean, I don't. Memento acquired. Oh, nice, for the caretaker. Sweet. Glad I went down. This isn't where I thought I was going when I came down here, by the way.
You see boundless creation and choose to destroy it? Learn respect for the life that will succeed you.
She's using the testing grounds against us.
Okay, so we've got this umbilical cord thing here. Did that? I didn't do that one. We've got this guy here. We obviously need to point him in the right direction. What is the right direction? It's weird because this isn't Gillenon's little headdress thing. Oh, hers. Oh no, it is. It is down. I was thinking hers is up, but no, hers is down. Oh, so this just opens different doors depending on where you point them. Okay. Or. So not this room. Not the next room. Oh, yep. Treasure chest. Oh, a trinket for Harding. Well, let's equip that. Every time you use a potion, you have 10% chance to gain it back. Nice. So gross. Gillenane. You're gross.
Time to go.
Free! And faster than anticipated. Perhaps you and your allies warrant more study.
I wonder who their voice actors are.
Got company.
Alright, let's do some combos. Where were you aiming those arrows from?
I think we broke through to Gillenane's prized specimens.
If this is what Darkspawn looked like when Gillenane was experimenting, then...
Maybe the Darkspawn we've been seeing aren't new. Maybe they're old.
Oh, decor. Little griffin lantern. That's fun. They're also using the same, like, effect on these stairs as in Trespasser, which I think is really interesting.
Here, the blessing you denied. Oh, help me! Ah!
Damn! Gillenane got her!
Lord, I'm burning up!
Look out!
an old ally of Solus's from back in the day. Probably one of his many regrets.
You would unleash a blight on this world and call it a masterwork! You, who are the most sensitive of us!
All that I am belongs to the pursuit of creation. You chose to constrain yourself. I must climb to the heights only understood by gods. I go now to join them.
Wolf, you are greater than any of them. Please, help me.
So let's try a cure.
Come on. Be the god she needs. Help her.
I am so sorry I failed you. There is only one way I can help you now.
Wolf.
This place and the corruption within it must be eradicated. No trace can be allowed to spread. Go. Your work here is done. There is no need for you to witness what I must do.
It's over. Solus destroyed the lab, the blight that was here, and his agent.
He was so ready to burn it all. Friends included. Not much has changed.
This fragment might tell us more.
But I don't know if I can blame him for that one. Wolf statuette. Watcher's robes. And a level up. Alright, let's do all of this, and I think we'll wrap it up for the session. Let's see if we got a point. So let's do one of these. We've got sword stagger and penetration. Staggering's come in real handy, so I'm gonna go for sword stagger. Library, we have a codex. And mementos, we got a memento. The Mother of Hala, the pantomime theater mask of Gillinane. In narrative, she is the price and acceptance of purpose, and the becoming that allows no return. Betrayal and devotion became equals to her. Interesting. Okay. Harding. What do we got with Harding? We got a level up? We do have a level up. She's still an associate, though. Alright. Oh, we didn't even get to use her seismic shot because we're so busy doing the sundered stuff. So I guess let's stick with the sundered stuff then. What is this again? Because we did use her healing. The duration is longer. Effectiveness. Really, I want the cooldown to be faster. But I don't see that as a soon option. So let's work on this. When shred hits an enemy, you gain precision. Nice. And then I can either do sundered duration is plus 50% or sundered effectiveness is plus 10%. I don't know what the difference between the effectiveness is, and the details only tell me what sundered is. So there's also spontaneous shred. During combat, shred may trigger automatically. This has its own independent cooldown that cannot occur more than once every 60 seconds. Interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get that. Docktown, Gate of Lost Ages. Unseal the path to the Lost Ages. The gods are slowing down the team in the Crossroads by magically sealing off paths leading to more Illuvians. This magic is tied to the gods' champions, powerful entities roaming the mortal world. To travel freely, the team must defeat these champions and use their essence to break the seals. See, again, I don't know this yet, but it is right here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to not reading these for the most part, but except to see that, like, oh, we have a quest. So, for instance, in this one, Regrets of the Dreadwolf, I see we have a quest that is one of 5 statuettes. I get the gist. I don't need to read it anymore. We found 1 wolf statuette. We need to find more memories, interact with those memories, and then find more statuettes until we get 5. So, and then we'll find out what happens, and without the quest telling us what happens. Oh, this is fun. Oh, we've got a world map now. Nice. So we've got the lighthouse, and we've got the Crossroads, and we've got Arlathan that we've been to, but it's not lit up like the other ones, which is weird. Ravane, Antiva, the Free Marches, Navarra, Anderfels. Do we get to go to the Free Marches? Are we going to visit Kirkwall? To Vinter, Minrathis, Saharan. Oh, we're going to go to Saharan? That'd be great. Venification Sea, Boric Sea. That'd be amazing. But as you can see, everything below the southern Thedas is blocked off. So no Dog Lords, no Orlais. But everything above. So, like, we could maybe go to Kirkwall if we're going to the Free Marches. And we maybe go to Saharan, which would be fantastic. And did I miss something in the journal? Oh, Heart of Corruption. Team must find a way to get rid of blight that's sealed off areas of the Crossroad. That's all I'm reading. Okay, I did miss that in the journal. And allied strength over here on the left too. So we've got a couple different ally symbols with 1 star each. And then we've got 0 of 29 of something and 1 of 140 of something. And we can see missives. We don't have any missives received. It's fun that is new stuff. Oh! Veil's Edge. Which one was that? Was that mine? Veil's Edge. So it increased it, so now it's level 2. So we got the arrow regeneration. Nice. The thing is, I don't know where I was and how to get back there. Because I was just in a memory. So yeah, I think we'll call it for now, and then we'll see if we can find our way around. Thank you again for joining me. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. I'm enjoying the game so far. I mean, I do have complaints, but that's because I'm a giant Dragon Age lore nerd, and I need to know more things about Dragon Age, so. Alright, thank you all. Bye.